Stuart, the team must be in an absolutely wonderful state of mind. Everything must be so positive after everything that's happened in the first stage of the tournament.
Yeah, like I said, the team is in a good space. Like you said, the team is in a good space. Guys have been playing good cricket, not only in this tournament. I think it dates back a couple of months. We've been playing some positive cricket. So, yeah, the guys are looking forward to the game tomorrow.
One thing to ask particularly, Stuart, obviously the pitches in Harare, they were absolutely outstanding for batting and your players took great advantage of that. The pitches here at Queen's have been a little bit different. Are you aware of that and the challenges to come because of that?
Yeah, we've seen that it's generally been a bit slower here. It's taken a little bit more turn than Harare. We are aware of that. But the one thing that we've been talking about for a period of time now is for guys to be able to solve problems. So, when we get out there tomorrow, guys are well equipped to solve the problems that will be in front of them, to make the best out of the game.
What do you know about Oman? Because obviously you haven't had many opportunities to come up against Oman in the past.
Not many, but we did play them in the warm-up match in Harare. But our attitude is about respecting each and every opponent that we face. Our captains are very, very big on that, on respecting the game of cricket. So no matter who we face, we treat them as the best of cricketers as they come. But we did play them in Harare, and they put out a good showing against us. I think we scored 360. We only beat them by 28 runs. So we know we've got a big game ahead of us tomorrow.
Now, Stuart, one of the fashions of the tournament so far has been for captains to win the toss and bowl first. That's been something that's been very common. Why do you think that is? Because there's been no great trend for sides winning matches batting first or batting second. And do you think that's something that will continue here in Bulawayo?
I don't particularly think that there's something that will continue, but the concession has been winter wickets. You expect them to be a bit more lively in mornings. But I think in both venues, in both cities rather, we've seen that the toss hasn't been too much of a factor, which is, I suppose, credit to the ground staff. They've done a wonderful job to have facilities as such. So no, I don't think, it's certainly not going to bother us whether we bowl or bat first. We are just going to have to put our best foot forward and play the best cricket we can, whichever way we go first.
Now, Stuart, you've carried 4 points forward into this Super 6 stage. Do you have a points tally in mind to get to the top two? Is it 2 wins out of 3 and you're almost certainly there, or is it just taking one game at a time?
So absolutely not. Coming into this tournament and everything we've done over the last 9 months or so is we want to win every game that we play. Of course, we are where we've carried 4 points coming into the Super 6, which is great. But still, for us, the most important game is tomorrow against Oman, and it won't be any different when we play Sri Lanka or Scotland. We want to win absolutely everything every match we play.
Obviously, you came close to qualification in the tournament here in 2018, and you had 2 bites at the cherry there to get through to the last 2 and weren't able to do it. I think you lost to the West Indies and then the UAE. Is that something that's been spoken about, trying to sort of get rid of those ghosts of 5 years ago, or is that old news now?
No, look, we haven't spoken much about that. I think the last answer I gave you sort of explains that for us, it's every game is important. If anything, 2018 would have taught us those lessons. You never take anything or anyone for granted. Everybody here is here to play international cricket, and as many wins as we can get on the international circuit goes a long way for us and in building our confidence. And obviously for us, I mean, there's a bigger picture. We're trying to create heroes within our side so that we have more numbers coming to play cricket, and there are big things to play for.
Obviously, Mandande is out of the side with that shoulder injury he suffered. Joylord kept in the last couple of games. Is he going to continue behind the stumps for tomorrow's match?
Yeah, it was really unfortunate that we lost Clive there. Yeah, but Joel has done a good job behind. He was very tidy in Harare. Yeah, I would expect him to continue with gloves, but we've got Nyasha Mayao now in the squad as well as cover. So yeah, we've got our bases covered there.
And what about the fitness of the squad, that apart? Obviously, Craig Irvine missed the last game against the USA. Is he going to be fit for tomorrow's game?
Yeah, everyone is good to go. Everyone is ready for selection. Obviously, Craig spent a lot of time out on the pitch. I think the first 2 games he literally played a big part in those 200 overs or so. But yeah, he's ready to go. Just aches and pains here and there, but he's fine.
And what are you expecting from the crowd here in Bulawayo? Obviously, there were full houses for you in Harare. The crowds were absolutely fantastic. It's going to be the first time that Zimbabwe have played one-day international cricket here since 2018 against Pakistan.
Yeah.
What are you expecting from Bulawayo, the city, and the crowds here? Are you expecting big crowds?
Yeah, nothing less than we got in Harare. You know, we haven't played much international cricket in Bulawayo. I mean, COVID has had much to do with that. But in the past, when Zimbabwean teams have turned out here, the Bulawayo crowd has been fantastic. So, you know, we're expecting a pretty similar sort of vibe. So looking forward to that.
Coach, coming into this one, what has been the pressure like as the host nation, and as well being given sort of coming like secondary to the West Indies as the favorites, of which now I think now you have taken the tagline as the favorites for this tournament. What has that put you under? Which type of pressure?
Look, something that we spoke about a while ago. Once you're playing international cricket, pressure is going to be available. But what this team has done is embrace that. And you know, the head coach is quite big on playing for our fans. You know, playing a brand of cricket that they would like to come out to the grounds and watch. And that's what we've taken on. You know, pressure is always on, but we embrace it and we enjoy it and we carry on.
All right, then now looking at the sides that is played, there were a little bit of questions concerning Satara playing, and most people advocating for his replacement with Brad Evans, which we saw him in the USA game. He did well in the way in which he bowled. Would we be expecting changes to the side coming into the Super Six, or are you going to stick with the team that has got you the results? That's
the beauty of sport, isn't it? When you've got a team of 11 out there, sometimes a number of players are going to struggle, some are going to do well. But Tendai Chatara has done well for us, you know, for a number of years. And, you know, you can't doubt the men. Look at what he came out and he did for us against West Indies. You know, he's a quality player. But, you know, we back each and every member in our 15-man squad. Brad came out and he did a fantastic job in the game against USA, and so did Luke Jongwe. You know, we've got literally 15 that we can pick from that will do a job. So, you know, it's about you know, when we sit down later on and when we think which way we're going, but really we're not bothered with who goes, you know, who doesn't.
Just picking up on Brian's question on having last played here in 2018, would that sort of like put you at a lesser disadvantage, although that you're the host, that you're now playing in a ground that you haven't spent that much time on, that it sort of like puts you at even with the rest of the teams that are playing here?
Look, our guys would have played some domestic cricket on this ground now and again, maybe not so much as the full international side, but the conditions here are not going to be strange to our guys, so we'll be okay.
Stuart, the defense in Harare, they were something else. But Bulawayo is the city of kings and beautiful queens. It's going to be maybe like that. What's your message to the fans?
Same, really. Come out and enjoy some entertaining cricket from the boys. And the boys, they are always going to need their fans to be backing them. So we're looking forward to seeing them turn out in their numbers.